Muhoozi Kainerugab's post on his birthday run day raises a series of provocative and highly public statements from General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, the Chief of Defense Forces, CDF of Uganda. His social media presence is often a blend of spiritual reflection, political prophecy, and direct military assertiveness. Here we go on each of the featured tweets. We start off with the pilgrimage to Israel, where I'm in Israel at the empty grave of my ancestor and my God, praying for strength and peace. This tweet highlights Muhoozi's frequent use of religious and ancestral symbolism to bolster his public persona. By referring to the empty grave of his ancestor and God, he is aligning himself with Judeo-Christian narratives, specifically the resurrection of Jesus. This serves two purposes. It appeals to the deeply religious Ugandan electorate and suggests a divine right or spiritual backing to his leadership. The mention of strength and peace frames his military role with a spiritual mission, positioning him not just as a general, but as a man of faith. Secondly, the Bachwezi prophecy. The dreams of the Bachwezi come true. In 2021, I dreamt that patriotic Ugandans would recapture their country by 2026 and traitors would be weakened greatly. Most often invokes the Bachwezi, a semi-mythical dynasty believed to have ruled the empire of Kitara. By linking his 2021 dreams to this ancient heritage, he creates a narrative of historical inevitability regarding the 2026 presidential cycle. The terminology of recapturing the country and weakening traitors is strikingly aggressive for a sitting military chief, as it implies that the current state or those opposing his rise are illegitimate or traitors. It signals a clear intent for a political transition from this 2026. Thirdly, we look at the gratitude to Thomas Tayebwa. Thank you very much, my brother, Right Honorable, for representing me. I appreciate it very much. In response to Thomas Tayebwa, these interactions with the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Tayebwa, showcases the Muhoozi project in action within the halls of government. Having a high-ranking official like Tayebwa serve as the chief runner for Muhoozi's 52nd birthday run demonstrate the general significant influence over the legislative branch. It softens his image from a warrior to a senior brother involved in a charity and hobby, while reinforcing his status as a central figure around whom the political highlight must gravitate. Fourthly, the ultimatum to former CDFs. Why didn't former CDFs, except General Katumba, attend my birthday run? That might become a big problem for them. This is perhaps the most controversial tweet in the set. It moves away from diplomacy and into the realm of direct intimidation. By publicly renaming and shaming former chiefs of defense forces for skipping a social event, Muhoozi is asserting his dominance over the military hierarchy. The phrase that might become a big problem for them is an overt threat, suggesting that personal loyalty to him is now a prerequisite for personal safety or respect within the Ugandan military establishment. Well, number 5, we look at what I'm calling all hells. When this CDF invites you for anything, you better attend all hells. Responding to a user asking for attendance is a must. Muhoozi doubles down on his authoritarian tone. The use of all hells leaves the consequences with the imagination but carries the heavy weight of his office as the head of the army. It harasses the line between a celebrity birthday run and a mandatory military command. This trait reinforces the perception that Muhoozi views his social and political movements as extensions of his official military authority.
This evolved further in 2022 alongside our other engagements that improved our relationship with our brother country Rwanda, with memorable gatherings at Dodoth and at the Iteso golf course and other events.
Praise for Sudhir Parela. I thank our beloved elder Mr. Sudhir Parela for attending. He is the richest and smartest businessman in Africa. By praising billionaire Sudhir Parela, Muhoozi signals his alliance with Uganda's economic elite. Acknowledging Sudhir as an elder and the smartest businessman is a strategic move to ensure the backing of the private sector. It suggests that under a Muhoozi-led future, the interests of the business class will be protected provided they show the same public loyalty displayed by attending his events. It completes the triad of his power base, the spiritual, the military, and the financial.